Cool. Yeah. So this is it's Power from Alarum, and yeah, we've just released our new album Recontinue today. It's our fifth album, and yeah, looking forward to yeah, everyone checking it out and have a chat with Chris now. And yeah,
Beautiful, mate. Thanks for joining us today.
thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So, Alarm have set forth your new album, Recontinue, into the world today, mate. So, basically, you've got no control over it at all anymore, mate. So, is that a nervous period for you, or is it sort of more of a relief to get it out there?
Oh mate, it's yeah. Look, we're just happy to get it out there. Like been working on it for a few years, so it's exciting to have new music out there, and yeah, looking forward for for feedback and hopefully people enjoy it.
Yeah, so tell us a bit more about the album from a
Yeah.
music point of view and what you were going for with it.
Okay. Yeah. So this time around, yeah, we really wanted to work at heavier parts being heavier and cleaner jazzy parts being cleaner and jazzier. Throwing in some new ideas and influences, expanding on all elements that we've touched on in our previous four albums, and yeah, just try to give it its own identity. Yet still be an Alarm album, and do something of its own. Yeah.
Mhm. And Alarm are a band who have never compromised when it comes to your music, bro. So, I'm guessing it's no different on Recontinue, but like, do you sometimes put stuff in there that you know shouldn't go in there just as a fuck you to people and go, we can do it?
Uh, no, not really. It's just keeping it interesting for ourselves. Let's just have a go. Like there's no rules. And over the course of time, like yeah, most things seem to work and flow, as well as we can. Try and make it work. Mm.
And from what I can see, bro, you've only released the one single. Is that correct?
Yes, for this album. Yeah,
Yeah, look,
yeah.
what's the thought process behind that, bro? Like, I know in the modern age, people like to think that you need content all the time, but I like the way you've done it, bro. Like, it keeps an air of mystery to the album, like when you don't hear half of it in singles before it comes out.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I suppose the album for the this one as well as the previous. So like an album is a real album for us. So when we're putting it all together and there is a flow from the start to the end. So, just releasing the songs as themselves as singles, for us, it's not, the ideal way for us because it takes it away from the album experience. So, but yeah, obviously in the current day, we still wanted to release something so people could hear something new and get something out with the video clip as well. So yeah, we decided we'd do the one single and then yeah, leave it for the album so you can get the whole album experience.
Well,
Yeah.
so that one single imperative, it basically represents the whole album. So, why did you choose that song for people to listen to get into it?
Yeah, well, it was more something that was a little bit more straightforward and driving. Whereas as you'll know after listening to the album, there is quite a lot of diverse styles in the album. That song had a little bit of jazzy at the end, but the majority of it's pretty straight ahead sort of metal song. So it was also not showing everything in the one song. Leave a few surprises for the album as well. So it was just yeah, that's pretty well the reason why we chose that song. Yeah.
And I had to listen to the album earlier, bro, and it's a beautifully eclectic slab of music. But you sold me on the first song, Introspective, mate. Like it was nothing like I expected. I sort of sat down and I got ready to be pummeled, and I said it's
Yeah.
just like a nice wave of ambience came over me. It was just it's not often you can listen to an album and be calmed and still enjoy it after that, but you've done well.
Yeah, well, it was an idea to have an intro to the song before the first sort of metal start kicks in, and John had an idea to to do some drum and bass with some guitar solos. Our last album, Circles End, we finished with a fade out with an acoustic fade out with Scott and a clean lead over the top. So this time we decided that we would fade up from the point that the last album ended, and then fade up from that fade out as a fade up into the intro, and then yeah, sort of join the two albums that way as well.
In the modern age, bro, like where people put albums on and they're skipping songs and it's never really listened to and digested as one experience, I guess. Like, how much thought actually still goes into that first song? Is there a lot of thought and planning, or it's sort of bit blasé these days?
Look, for us, it's like, yeah, like if we want someone to listen to the album, we do want it to listen from start to the end. And yeah, if they want to just jump in and hear anything anywhere, that they might catch something. Yeah, but it was like, yeah, let's put it at the start. Let's make it let's make it the start of the journey. So yeah, if people listen to that and then it's not heavy enough or whatever, and they skip the rest, well, they'll miss out. They'll miss out on the rest. But yeah.
And of course, you guys aren't all just about the music either. Like the topics on the album are pretty deep and resonate with modern society, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I suppose in a lot of the lyrical content and that it was coming from a sort of a dark sort of feeling point of being in isolation through COVID after we released our last album. We couldn't tour at all, so it was really trying to find things to hold on to sort of get through that negative sort of experience and try and find some positive things and then view what's going on in our own lives and around the world and really just try to find ourselves and look to improve, things on a personal level and a wider level for everyone. Yeah.
So overall, would you say it's an album of hope or an album of despair?
No, a lot of the previous albums as well. It's definitely trying to find the element of hope. I mean, the album we did in 2004, which was Eventuality, the artwork reflected nature being taken over by the human race and cities, and then being left with one homeless person with the last holding the last plant and flower. So artwork wise, it's a continuation from that theme as well. So you've got the recognition of that, and then on the top of the decaying human race with the tree, the semi-dead tree, you've got like element of hope up the top where the moon is. There's a few sprigs of light. So yeah, it is trying to hold on and do what we need to do to make things better how we can, each one of us.
Now, musically, there's so much going on, mate. Like there's elements of progressive metal, there's jazz in there, there's some bullshit technicality going on, mate, and moments of brutality. So how hard is it to get the balance right in the creative process? Like I couldn't imagine that it all come together easily.
Look, we've always had like a core foundation of the thrash metal, but be it on the progressive side or the technical side, or and that with all our wider influences of progressive music or death metal or technical metal, jazz, fusion. It's all the melting pot of when we're having an idea. Yeah, we might have a metal riff idea, but also might have a bebop idea at the same time. So they do all sort of come together. It's not just let's just write all of this style of music and let's throw little bits in to mix it up. It's the writing side. So always writing different styles of music all at the same time, and it's just throwing the ideas in there and finding a way that they do blend together. Yeah.
So, like, do you have cut-off points in the studio? Like where you just sort of look at each other and just go, "Nah, mate, pull it up." That ain't going anywhere.
No, and look, it hasn't really happened yet. So we'll still keep on trying to push the boundaries. It's not the saying away, but we'll probably still give it a go and see how it goes. Yeah.
Now, this might be a tough one for you to answer, mate, because every album you've got so much going on. But how would you say the band's changed or grown musically from your debut, Fluid Motion, to Recontinue?
Yeah. Look, over the course of time, I suppose it's been growing into a point where the albums are becoming more albums instead of just a whole lot of songs put together to make an album. From like the earlier days, we're writing songs, whereas this time and the last time we sort of set out with a theme or an idea for the album, set out with a bit of, we want to try and, make it do this, make it do that, add this, add that more consciously with this time. We also wanted to turn around in less amount of time between the albums. So I suppose there was less touring. There was more focus on the songwriting. So the way it's changed over time, it has come to where it's a bit more planned as to what we want to do and when we want to do it, as opposed to just continuing writing songs, touring. So that has a lot to do with the amount of time that was, in between previous albums that we're just getting out and living it, as opposed to planning the next stage.
Yeah. Now, speaking of touring, bro, you're partway through a run of dates with Pestilence and Abramelin. So how have the shows been going?
They have been going awesome, yeah. So we did Brisbane on Wednesday night, Sydney last night, and we've got Canberra tonight, Melbourne on Sunday. Yeah, man, it's been awesome. Bremelin and Pestilence have both been amazing. The crowd responses have been great. And yeah, man, if anyone has a chance to go and see the next few shows, absolutely do it. You'll be blown away.
And it's also Pestilence's first time in Australia, mate. So how are they liking it? Like, have you been playing tricks on them? You told them about drop bears and stuff yet, or yeah? Yeah.
Well, we've just got here and just surprised them with they went up in the elevator and we've gone in to grab a room, and then we're already up the stairs on the next floor as they came out the other way. So they were quite surprised that we're playing tricks on them. But yeah, no, they've been awesome, man. Yeah,
Very,
good fun.
very cool. And once that winds up, bro, have you got your own shows lined up to promote the album, or not looking that far ahead?
Yes. So after these shows with Pestilence, we've got a couple of launch shows. We've got Adelaide on Friday, December the 6th, and we've also got Melbourne on Saturday, December the 7th. So we'll do those two launch shows, and then early next year we'll be out again doing some shows, and then working on getting back overseas.
Oh, it's Saturday, December 7th. Is that the same date as Good Things? I'm pretty sure it is, isn't it?
I think the Melbourne one. I think the Melbourne one's on the Friday.
Is it a
Yeah, I think
bummer?
it's the day. I think so. But yeah, I think our show is on a different day to the
A
Melbourne one
bummer.
and them. So yeah.
We're going to be down for the Melbourne Good Things. I was going to say, if it's on the same night, we'll fuck off the headliners and come and see you guys.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do it. Yeah.
Before I let you go, bro, have you started a new segment called Photo Bomb, where basically before I chat with you, I troll through all your social media, find a few photos I might know a little bit more about. Like, I got to say, when I was going through yours, the first photos, I'm thinking like, these guys are pretty fucking boring, but once you get into it, you guys have a lot of fun.
Cool. That's good to hear. Like, yeah, mate, it's always been about having fun. That's, doing it, for as long as we have, around about the 30 years. Like, we do it because we love doing it, and we do try and make it as fun. So, like, yeah, we'll have a laugh at ourselves as well as, just enjoying it as much as we can, man.
Well, so what I want to know, mate, is like, how do
Yeah.
you how do you get to nowhere, and more importantly, how do you find your way back from there again?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That was where was that? It was in America. So we were in the tour van with Arsis. So we're on the tour with Necrophagous, Cattle Decapitation, Arsis, and Uraxis. And yeah, those guys were kind enough to let us jump in the van with them and hire a trailer. And yeah, that was just one of those things where where what's going on here? It was a good photo moment, man. And yeah. It was
Is
good
it
fun.
the name of the town, or is it just something that someone's put there for
It
fun?
was it was just a truck stop somewhere, man, and we all had to stop and get supplies or whatever. And it was just like, yeah, that's funny as there was other ones that had kangaroos and that. So anytime we saw something that we liked the look of, we definitely got some pics and yeah.
Very good. Well, this next one sort of shows your sense of fun a little bit, mate. Like, full respect here for repping the horns.
Yeah,
Way
yeah,
too-
yeah. Yeah, look, John's very good at making sure when he needs to rest he will, mate. So yeah, there's probably quite a few of those shots kicking around.
Was he comatose at the time? Like, initially, I thought he was trying to do the ET, but fucked up and put the whole hand there. But
Yeah, he is a barrel of laughs, man. John's awesome.
yeah, very good, mate. All right, well, we'll let you go now because I know you want to get a bit of rest into you, mate. But your new album, Recontinue,
Yeah.
the album Recontinue is out now, and it's an absolute fucking ball terror. As you said before, there's a few shows with Pestilence coming up, some more after. So if you're in there,
Yeah.
get along with it. Otherwise, have a crack at the album, mate, because well done, man. Good on you.